Hey guys, and happy Tuesday. So for today, we are doing a couple of thrift flips. I got this piece at a local thrift store. I think it's from Hobby Lobby. Originally, it was $17.99. Then it went on clearance for like five something, and I got it for a little bit over $1. So I already cleaned it up as good as I could, and it looks like whoever purchased it maybe tried to I don't know, maybe it was broken and they tried to fix it. I don't know. There was a bunch of weird paint and I don't know. So I just went ahead and sanded all of that off as good as I could, cleaned it up a little bit more, and just kind of made it a good clean surface to work with. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my homemade chalk paint, which I love to use when I'm kind of distressing or doing, that type of look. And I'm running low and I don't have any white paint, so I need to make some more. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to distress this piece because I do have another piece that I actually got at a thrift store also that was originally from Hobby Lobby, and it kind of has the same wood and it has this white distressing over it. So I'm making this to match that piece. So I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to do the whole piece in this distress. And I think it turned out great. I love the way that it looks, and it just added a little bit of, I don't know, character to the piece. Made it look really cute with all the white distressing on it. And I love using my homemade chalk paint to distress. It's just easy and it goes on so quickly and it does great coverage. And I mean, you can use the chalk paint to paint, a full coat also, but it really works well for distressing and it dries quick. So once that's done, all I'm gonna do is just decorate it, and this is what it turns out like. And I have it sitting on my front porch. So before I move on to my next DIY, I'm going to talk about the collaboration that I'm a part of. It is a thrift store flip collaboration, and it's hosted by Sandra over at the DIYs at the Swollen's Nest. And I am joined by these other amazing creators. So I will be putting a link to the next creator in my description box. And that's who you go to next. And just keep on with the hop so you can get some great inspiration. So my next DIY, I got this little syrup jar, and I think it was from one of my local thrift stores, one of my local grocery stores. It might have been from Target. I can't really remember, but I just went ahead and cut off the top of it, and then I gave it a coat of, actually I gave it a couple of coats of the Waverly white chalk paint. And once I was done with that, I got this other little wood basket piece from Goodwill, and it's just like a little crate. And I went ahead and gave that a few coats of the Waverly white chalk paint as well. And I'm actually going to end up distressing it with some antique wax, but I didn't like, usually I would have just distressed it with the white chalk paint, but I didn't like that maple wood color. So I went ahead and gave it a few coats of white paint and covered the whole thing. Um, and then I'm going to go through with the antique wax, and then I'm going to distress it with the antique wax. Just like I said, I didn't like that wood color that it had, so I didn't want to just distress it with white and then that orangey wood come through. I didn't like it. So I went ahead and gave it the coats, and then I'm taking my wax paint and I'm using the brush that I used to distress the little wagon or whatever that is. Um, Wheelbarrow, that's what it's called. And I'm just going to use that same brush, and I'm going to take that wax and just go over it, give it a few good, coats till I like the way that it looks. I'm going to do the whole thing inside and out just because I'm not going to be putting, initially, I'm not going to be putting like flowers in there. So you're going to be able to see the inside of it. And I didn't want the inside of it to be white. So once I was done doing that, I just put my little milk jug. I went ahead and wrote milk on my milk jug with, just use a Sharpie. Now, if you have a Cricut, you can use your Cricut. You can use stencils. You can, you don't even have to write milk on it. You can just leave it blank, or you can put whatever you want in the little crate. I just had this little milk jug and I thought it was cute. And then at Hobby Lobby here recently, I had purchased this little metal milk jug, and this is what it turned out like, and I love it. And that is it. So be sure to check out the next link and watch the rest of the hop. Until next time, be blessed and be the reason someone smiles. Bye, guys.